Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I've started the recording, so kindly mute your mics. So today, luckily, we have come to the end of these different techniques of this job analysis. So, what actually is the purpose of the conducting this job analysis? We all know it is basically to define the job description and specification. But there are some techniques which help you even to understand the job evaluation, that is worth of the job in the organization. So, based on the worth of the job in the organization, you will be in a better position to fix up a right salary for that particular job. I'm not talking about the person here, I'm talking about the job here. So, these are the three basic results what you get out of this job analysis. So, you already know about what is job description. So, I'll not just go in detail with it. So, yes, so the first result of job description is, of job analysis is job description. So this job description basically it tells you about where does it fit in the organization and how does it relate to the other jobs. So that is basically the title of the job and which level that job is going to be existing. Then it also talks about what precisely it is expected to achieve. That is the roles and responsibilities of the job. That is what is supposed to be performed in that particular job. Then comes what specialist skills and all are needed to perform that job. So this is the part where you will find it in job specification, not job description. And what has to be managed and what managerial skills does it imply. So the other two, they talk about job specification here, right? So Edwin Flippo, who is a management researcher, he defines job description as an organized factual statement of duties and responsibilities of a specific job. It tells what is to be done, how it is to be done, and why it is to be done. So these are the things. This is how, in simple way, a job description is being defined. So we already know what are the contents of the job description. Can anyone tell me? Can you please, people please unmute your mics and tell me what are the contents of the job description? Anybody? What all you will find in job description? Hope you remember what is job description.
Yes, ma'am.
So now tell me, job description basically gives you gives you a statement of what are the duties or roles or responsibilities to be performed in that specific job. So now tell me, what are the contents of a job description? You people had studied it in HRM subject also. So what are the various contents of job description?
Job classification,
Huh?
job summary, duties and responsibilities,
Okay. Job duties, job responsibilities, job summary. First things first, the very first thing what you will find in any job description is the title of the job. Okay, so what is that job called as? Whether it is the job of a HR manager, marketing manager, production engineer, sales executive, what a financial analyst, right? Accountant, what is the title of the job? So that is the first thing you are going to find in job description. Okay, it actually gives an identification for the job or the position in the organization. So the very first content what you will find is job title in the job description statement. Second thing what you may find is the summary of the job. Okay, within 2 or 3 lines. It is not mandatory. Job summary is not mandatory. So the second thing what you will find in within 2 or 3 lines, the company will describe the job. Okay, so the job, what it is all about, whether it involves too much of people involvement, whether it involves too much of decision making, problem solving. So what is the nature of the job? Within 2 3 lines they will define. So that is what is the job summary. Job summary, as I told you, it is not mandatory to be put in job description. It sometimes some companies put it, some companies don't put it also. There is no compulsion there. Then they also put the location of the job, in which branch, in which city, in which company that job vacancy is existing. So if you go into an advertisement, maybe on websites and all, you'll be able to find the job description very neatly. Okay, so there even the location of the job is being specified. Location means not only the place or city, even which branch that job vacancy is existing, even that also information is put in the job description. Then list comes out with the duties and responsibilities. Okay, so what are the duties to be performed in that job, and what responsibilities are held in that particular job? So that information is put in the next level of the job description. Then I told you, no, the last sentence, you just read it. It should tell what is to be done, how it is to be done, and why it is to be done. Okay, so here we know what is to be done. That is duties and responsibilities is to be performed. But how it is to be done is the next question. That is, here you have to define what are the machines, tools, or equipment the person who is going to join that job is supposed to work with. Okay, so whether he is supposed to work with computers, whether he is supposed to work with hot items, like especially in steel factories and all, they are supposed to work with hot iron or hot steel and all, or whether they are supposed to work with heavy equipments or what. So such kind of things are supposed to be described in the job description, because based on that only the candidate is going to think of whether to apply for the job or whether not to apply for the job. Then comes, that is machines, tools, or equipments. Then comes supervision, given or received. Okay, so whether in this job you are going to supervise somebody, or whether you are going to receive any supervision from the higher authority, even that also is supposed to be put here. This basically talks about the reporting system, whether you are going to report to some other person who is a higher authority than you, or whether somebody who is going to work under you are going to report to you in your job. So that information also has to be given in the job description. Then working conditions or work environment is to be given in the job description. Okay, so why this working condition is, I had discussed it long back also for you people, especially if the work is to be done under in the mining area, where you have to go down deep into the earth for 1 kilometers or 2 kilometers. So there an asthma patient cannot work. Working conditions are supposed to be put on for the reason there are certain health issues for the candidates which may not allow them to do that particular job. So working conditions will help the candidates to understand whether they can fit in the job or not fit in the job. So that is why working conditions have to be specified. Like Zindal or any steel factory, there the working condition, you are supposed to work in a environment where the temperature is very high. So whether your health, whether the candidate's health permits or not, he will think and then he will decide to apply for the job. But it is the duty of the company to specify the working conditions under which the job has to be performed. Other than that, even if there are some hazards or dangerous difficulties which the job may come across with, that also is supposed to be listed in the job description. Okay, so these are some important things which you are supposed to list down whenever a job description is being written. So this all information, how will you get? You will get it through job analysis. So whenever you are analyzing the job, these kind of information are generated, and after doing the analysis, you will get this data which you are supposed to put it in the form of job description or job specification. Okay, so here is an example of a placement officer's job description. Okay, so now the title of the job here is a placement officer. So I have already told about it, whether he is supposed to report to somebody or somebody is going to report to him. So here the case is different, wherein he is supposed to be supervised or he is supposed to report to the principal here. Okay, so what is the main role here? Managing the college placement service. So in a single line, they have written a job summary, that is managing the college placement service. In which location it is? In Bangalore. Okay, then that is the location part. Then coming to the roles and responsibilities, what he or she is supposed to do in the job. So the person who is supposed to take up the placement officer job is supposed to conduct placement record analysis. That is, every year how much placement has happened, everything, that record analysis has to be done. Organize semester wise training program for the college students. Okay, so every semester he or she is supposed to organize placement training program for the students. Deliver basic courses on training program. Okay, this is courses COURSES, spelling mistake is there. So deliver basic courses on the training program. Then source and liaise with the lecturers and professors for the program whenever necessary. That is, he can also have a network with the lecturers and professors in the organization who can help him to organize these training programs as resource persons. Then provide relevant support and advice to the students experiencing difficulty in the skills required. Let us say some students are having any difficulty in acquiring new skills, or they need some support or advice by the placement officer in facing the interviews or aptitude test or group discussion. He is supposed to give that support and advice to the student. Then another responsibility of him is to get the students placed in various companies. Then develop training policy and review the same, right? So he is supposed to design a placement training policy for the students and review the same, whether it is bringing positive effect on the students or not. That is to be reviewed. He is supposed to monitor and evaluate the placement training, and maybe some other additional responsibilities related to the job, right? So these are key responsibilities of the job. As far as materials or tools or equipments are concerned, here it does not matter much because it is a service oriented job. Then working conditions also, it does not matter much because it will be a normal working environment. Hazards, you will not find any for a job of a placement officer. So that information you are not finding it in this job description. Okay, so any doubts on job description?
No, ma'am.
Okay, then I'll go ahead with the next, that is job specification.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So here, job specification basically translates the job description into the terms of qualifications. Okay, so ಏನೇನು ನೀವು ಜಾಬ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಿರೋ ಅದನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಫುಲ್ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, that is written in the job specification. So here some companies call it as employee specification, some companies call it as person specification, some companies call it as job specification, some companies even call it as position specification. Okay, so various names are there, so all are one and the same. In examination also, if I'm asking some other, if I'm using some other terminology like person specification or employee specification, don't get yourself confused, they are all one and the same. Okay, so job specification is nothing but It is a simple written statement which talks about the qualifications, traits, physical and mental characteristics which an individual is supposed to possess to perform the duties and responsibilities listed in the job description. Okay, so what are the qualifications in terms of education? What are the traits or knowledge, skill, abilities, I can say, physical characteristics also which are required to perform the job? Why here they have specified physical characteristics is, let us say if the job is of a police department, there anybody in this class has applied for some police department exams or anything? Anybody?
Pradeep, ma'am.
Pradeep is there in the session today. Is he HR student?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So anybody else?
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So in police department, whenever you apply for a PSI post or constable post, there are certain specific physical specifications you have to meet in terms of height, weight, in terms of eyesight and all. Okay. So they will be testing you on your physical strength, maybe running, jump, that is long jump, high jump. So these are some tests which are conducted whether you are to test whether you are physically fit for the job or not. Okay, so that is why sometimes some jobs may require physical characteristics also. If it is required, that information is supposed to be also put in job specification. So job specification, what it tells about it is nothing but a written statement of qualification, traits in the sense characteristics, or I can say skills, abilities, whatever come in. Then physical and mental characteristics that an individual is supposed to possess so that he can perform the job duties and responsibilities effectively. So that is what is job specification here. So normally, if you take the same example, that is a placement officer job, let us try to understand what is the job specification preferred for a job of a placement officer. So he should be fit enough, that is, he should have the ability to develop training policy and review the same. So you could see in jobs description also, sorry, yeah, you could see in job description also, wherein, just a minute, yeah, he should be able to develop the training policy and review the same. The same thing is being converted into job specification. He should have the ability to design or develop the training policy and review the same. He should have or possess excellent corporate network. This is very, very important for a placement officer, because the person who plays a role of a placement officer, he is the one who is going to get companies to the organizations or colleges. So if he does not have a good network with the corporate or the companies, he will not be able to bring good quality companies to the colleges. So excellent corporate network. Then he should have or possess excellent work record. This is also very important. Okay, work record in the sense, if he is that means he should also he should have minimum work experience, wherein his work record should be very good. So indirectly it says that he should be having some minimum experience in this particular job. Then comes, he should have good communication skills. Here comes the ability. Okay, so communication skills and this written and verbal abilities, because he should be able to talk to the companies, convince the companies to come and visit the colleges. So they should possess excellent written and verbal communication skills. Then he should possess administrative skills with the ability to organize accurate and methodical training programs. Okay, so a systematic and accurate training programs has to be organized. So for that he needs administrative skills. Other than that, he also needs these administrative skills to arrange for campus recruitments. Okay, because he has to coordinate with the companies, they should come to the colleges, he should help them out, he should ensure that all their requirements are met. So somewhere administrative skills are required. Then commitment to the requirement of the post. Okay, so he should be highly committed because it needs the that commitment. This post needs the commitment because see, I have seen placement officers who are working day and night. Okay, at night 10 o'clock also they may get a call from the companies who are supposed to come to campus recruitment. So there he should be able to coordinate with those people and ensure that they are comfortable to conduct the campus recruitments in the organization. Then he should be highly enthusiastic and drive oriented. So that is, he should be see, we have a placement officer for our MBA department who is in charge of non-IT sections. So he is Vinayak Miskin sir. From department, your Prashant Gujnar sir is there, who is representing the department. But at the college level, there is a professor called as Vinayak Miskin. So if you just look into his enthusiasm, sometimes that is, students may get lazy, but he never gets lazy. He is always in back of the students to register for the job openings, conducting the campus recruitments, campus drives and all. So somewhere that energy should be there in them, which actually drives the whole recruitment programs. The person should have a pleasing personality where he or she should be able to impress the opposite person. Then he should, because it is a campus recruitment placement officer's job, he should or she should have a good understanding about the education sector. Okay, so this is all about job specification of a placement officer. Any doubts on this? Anybody?
No, ma'am.
I expected questions in this section. Anybody would like to ask a question? Nobody?
Ma'am.
Nobody? Kindly observe the job specification, whether everything is perfect in it.
Yes, ma'am. It's
What?
perfect.
It is perfect. I have deleted something purposefully from this section. No, I have given a very strong hint. At least now you should be able to understand. What does job specification means? It means a written statement of qualifications, traits, physical and mental characteristics an individual is supposed to possess so that he can perform his job duties and responsibilities effectively. So this is a simple definition. So now also you are not able to get what is missing here.
Ma'am, what exactly work we need to do, it is not mentioned.
It is mentioned, no. Training policy he has to develop, corporate network is there, work record he is supposed to maintain, then he should have good communication skills, he should have good administrative skills. These are all the things which he is supposed to possess. What exactly he
Ma'am,
is
role.
supposed to do, you will get it in job description, not specification, Sharan.
Okay, ma'am.
Here it is.
Ma'am, mental qualifications.
Yeah, sorry.
Mental qualifications.
What do you mean by mental qualifications?
Um, like to interpret data, calculations, planning.
Okay, that is already there, no, Baba, here. So, develop training policies, communication skills, administrative skills, pleasing personality, all this. What is else is missing here? Hmm? Something which is very important is missing. What is that?
What qualification does employee holds, ma'am?
Yeah, who is that? Who is that who
Ankita,
answered?
ma'am.
Huh?
Ankita. Ankita.
Ankita, very good Ankita, right? So you people missed out very, very important. We are talking about job specification, but what qualification is required? Education qualification is required. Anything is being specified here?
No, ma'am.
Then blindly you people are listening to what I am telling. Huh? You know no what is job specification. You have already studied it in HRM subject also, so you should be at least able to put your brain also what is being discussed here is something missing out. So for that reason you should be also prepared for the classes. Okay, so please this is not new also for you people, so this has already been taught to you people in the previous semesters. So ensure that you people think that come out with that evaluation perspective in your minds. Okay, so just don't blindly go ahead with what is being taught to you people, right? So very important part which is missing here is the job qualification, that is education required for this particular job. So can you people now tell me what education is required for this particular job? Anybody?
Ma'am, it can be a basic degree holder,
Okay.
which who is good in financial structures because of recording, ma'am,
Okay.
or an MBA graduate
Yes. Right.
because they are
So
paying 40,000 salary, no, ma'am.
yeah.
So they expect some good quality of education that can be, you know, coming through an MBA graduate itself.
Yes, very good. So
But
let
it
us,
depends.
yeah, tell me.
But it depends like how a person portrays himself. If he is good in all these skills which they have mentioned above, like
Hmm.
excellent communication skills, both verbal and written,
Hmm.
and administrative skills, it's not compulsory that only an MBA graduate can have all these skills. If he is an undergraduate student who has all these skills, then according to him, with his work experience, he can be eligible for this job, ma'am.
Yes, very good, Sharon. This answer was expected from you people. So, as he told excellently, yes, any degree holder with a very good experience in this particular area is also suitable for the job. It is not that he should be a double graduate or anything like that. A simple undergraduate person who is having excellent record or who is having an excellent corporate network, having good number of experience, can really take up this job. Or else the best suitable, one more suitable qualification is HR, especially MBA with HR or MBA with marketing can also hold good for this particular job position, because you need good communication skills, you need good administrative skills, and also you should have that pleasing personality. Okay, so these are qualifications which are normally preferred by uh, colleges, especially these campuses. Okay, so this was missing, which is supposed to be added in the job specification. Then when we talk about this job specification, so for to fulfill the job description you need job specification, and with this job specification what are the salaries which are going to be offered by the company. Okay, so that is what is nothing but is your job evaluation. That is what is the last part which has been specified here, that is salary levels. So based on what is the worth of that job in the organization, the salary levels are being fixed up for that particular job. So here they have specified for a placement officer job, the salary will be around 40,000 rupees per month plus incentives based on how many number of students are going to be get placed, and bonus for every year, and the salary will be based on the number of working hours, which is expected to be around 40 hours per week. So this salary will be directly put into your bank account. So this is what is nothing but the last part, job evaluation of a placement officer's job. So company college has decided that the placement officer's job is worth 40,000 rupees per month. Plus, he should be given extra incentives whenever he gets the students placed in reputed companies. So these are some things which have to be specified in the job evaluation. So whenever the company would like to give an advertisement of a job vacancy, somewhere it may be in the website, it may be in the job websites like naukri.com, monster.com, it may be in the newspapers, it may be in the magazines, anywhere, whenever the companies vacancies are there, whenever they want to give job advertisements, these are the things which they are supposed to specify. The reason why these all things have to be detailed specified is because looking into these only, the candidates will think of applying for the job or not applying for the job. So that is very, very important here. So whether to apply for the job and not apply for the job, whether I'm suitable for the job or not, looking into these aspects only, the candidate will think and then apply for the job. So it becomes easy for the company when they are shortlisting the candidates, because here most of the things are specified. The candidates are also intelligent enough to look into whether this job suits them or not, and they will then apply. So shortlisting the candidates becomes easy for you people if you give detailed information about the job in the advertisements. Okay, so any doubts on this?
No, ma'am.
Is it fine? So this completes your, what I can say, first unit. So that is why I'm asking any doubts on this. Today, all these videos which are being discussed for you people, they will be put in the Google Classroom. The links will be shared in the Google Classroom so that you people can go through if you have missed out something. Is that fine? So I will be giving the titles for each videos, the topics or titles for each videos, and then upload it in YouTube website. Is it fine with you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So today physically I will be taking attendance for you people. So give me the attendance. Aishwarya,
Present, ma'am.
Akshay,
Present, ma'am.
Ankita,
Present, ma'am.
Apeksha, Arpita,
Ma'am, Apeksha is there.
sorry, Arpita, Apeksha is there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Arpita.
Present, ma'am.
Okay, Arpita, where are you? I'm unable to see Arpita here. Okay.
Ma'am, she's not there, ma'am. Her
Huh?
name is not visible, ma'am.
That is what, she is not here. Arpita is there? No. Okay, then Ashutosh,
Present, ma'am.
Ashwini,
Yes, ma'am.
good. Then Geeta,
Present, ma'am.
Geetanjali,
Present, ma'am.
Meghana,
Present, ma'am.
Meghana, Lokande,
Present, ma'am.
Nagratna,
Present, ma'am.
Navya,
Yes, ma'am.
Nidhi,
Yes, ma'am.
Nikita,
Absent, ma'am.
okay, Pooja,
Yes, ma'am.
Pranjali.
Absent.
Pranjali is absent.
Yes, ma'am.
Prema.
Present, ma'am.
Priya.
Present, ma'am.
Priya is there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Priya is there. Priya phone itelo hoga. Varsha.
Present, ma'am.
Samuel.
He is also present, ma'am. He
Charan.
is present, ma'am.
Charyu.
Present, ma'am.
Samuel el phone ಹೊರಗೆ ಇಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗಾನ ಹೌದಿಲ್ಲ?
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಅವಂದ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇರ್ತದ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಅದರ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇದ್ರಾಗ ಚಾಟ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ನಾಗ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತಾನ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
Okay. Then Shilpa.
Yes, ma'am.
Shreya.
She is also present, ma'am. She has
Srinidhi.
put her attendance.
Present, ma'am.
Srinidhi.
Present, ma'am.
Shweta.
Yes, ma'am.
Nehal.
Absent.
Absent.
No, Snehal present.
But where
She
is
put
she?
her she put her attendance in chat box, ma'am.
Okay. Then Suchitra.
Chitra absent, ma'am.
No. Then Syed.
He is also
Syed. Okay. Then Vaishnavi.
present, ma'am.